So my pearl is that we can choose how we react. My story begins with my husband and I. We have been teachers together for 20 years, always in the same division. And so we live a lot of the same experiences. And I remember one day we were at dinner with friends and we were talking about couples arguing. And I was feeling really proud that Trey and I really don't argue a whole lot, especially we don't argue in front of the kids. But then uh, younger kid, about 7 or 8, joined in and said, "Oh, yeah, mom and dad argue all the time." And I'm like, "Where do we are? When do we argue?" She said, "In the car. You guys always argue in the car." And as I thought about it, that when we got into the car after work, because we only had um, maybe a 5-minute drive from the school to our house, but we would all be together in that 5-minute drive. Trey and I took that time to like just dump and relive every annoyance that we had experienced that day. We would argue, would not even argue with each other. It's just that I would have this mean face and like this happened, and that teacher let this kid out early, and he would say the librarian is being weirdly cagey about not letting me bring in books, or the that teacher is assigning homework still, even though we don't have a no homework, even though we have a no homework policy now, and just all these little things that we would relive. And that was perceived by my kid as that we argue all the time. And so, not too much longer after that, I remember seeing a lady on a TikTok share a visualization strategy that she found useful, and I have found useful after, for a while now. And that's the idea of whenever you have an annoyance like that, like those little things that we all experience at work and we want to go and vent to someone, when we have an annoyance, is you can go ahead and let yourself be annoyed. But after you've had your feeling, is be intentional about labeling it either as a feeling that is a brick or a feeling that's a feather. When a feeling is labeled as a brick, then we are committed to carrying that load around with us and even showing people, look at this thing that happened today. Look at this. Can you believe this? And we're carrying it around until we have this big pile of petty bricks that we're lugging around and reliving. Or after we've had our feeling, we can decide, you know what, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to let it go. And by visualizing that annoyance as a feather, then you're letting it go and you're committing to not reliving it with everyone and showing everyone. Now, there are going to be times when like the annoyance or the big thing is a big thing brick and it's worth carrying and say, listen, this is something we got to fix. And then you let it go. But the feeling of being annoyed and making that choice of, I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because it doesn't really matter. That I found really helpful for me in not making like we're going to argue in the car anymore. And it's really helped even with like family things and not reliving some annoyances. So my pearl is that we can choose how we react.